Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and I welcome you in the social class students. As we have seen our 15th lesson coming of the British, and we say that how that they came from, like they came for the traders, and this then after that they ruled it. And about East India Company also we done, and it was the East India Company was established in the 1600, and after the Battle of Plassey the British rule over India. And how that Battle of Plassey we lost it, we have seen all the things now. So now we will move to the forward about anger among Indians. See, once the East India Company established their power in India, what happened? They started exploiting the people, and after that the source of cheap raw materials for the factories in Britain, and it also provide a huge market for a factory and which was made good produced in the Britain. So the Indian farmers were forced to grow the cash crops. As I said, the cash crops means just for selling and getting it for cash purpose. We are growing that crops like indigo or cotton, and for produce, and instead of producing food crops like rice, wheat, that is a food crops. Okay, so the cash crop were purchased. So when the Indian farmers are growing the cash crops, so they are purchasing at very low price by the East India Company. As a result, the poor farmers grow even poorer, and many farmers died also. So Indian travel traders also suffered because they were not allowed to open many factories or mills. Also, they were not allowed them to trade in things for their as per their choice. So cheap British goods like factory made clothes were sold all over India. So this affected the life of Indian craft persons, and so who used to weave clothes by hand in looms. Like looms means a machine for weaving fabric. Okay, so they could not compete with that price. So the British made clothes, million of weavers lost their jobs. So as the East India Company also made new laws that helped them to control more and more areas. So now we will see the revolt of 1857. By 1857, 100 years after, since the Battle of Plassey, the East India Company controlled almost all India. So almost all sections of the society like farmers, traders, soldiers and the rulers were very unhappy with the British rule. So this led a revolt, okay, by the angry Indians. This is known as the revolt of 1857, or we can say them as the first war of independence also. So beginning of the revolt started at Meerut and soon spread to other part of the like north and central India also. After defeating their officers, like angry soldiers marched to the Delhi. At the time, Bahadur Shah Zafar was the Mughal emperor, and he had no real power. So Indian wanted Bahadur Shah Zafar to declare their emperor of India. So other Indians rulers such as Rani Lakshmi Bai, Nana Sahib, Tanti Top, Maulvi Ahmadullah, Rawatullah Ram and Kuwar Singh also joined the revolts. So the revolt became very cruel, put down within a year by the British. So there are many reasons for the failure of this revolt, because it was not properly planned and it did not spread all over the part of India, and little unity among the rebels and the soldiers as well as Indian rulers also. So they actually it was sided with the British. So the British soldiers had a better army and supplies, so they are also better trained. So the end of the revolt brought many changes in the changes. So the British government in Britain put an end to the East India Company and directly took charges. So Queen Victoria was declared as the Empress of India at the time, and Indian princes were allowed to rule rule over the kingdoms, and they were in turn controlled by a viceroy, okay, who was appointed by the queen at that time. So it made a many social changes throughout that, like in 1800s the feeling of nationalism, okay, grew stronger among Indians. Like modern education had introduced by the British, the educated Indians now began to demand many social and religious reforms like Rajaram Rao Ishwachandra Vidyasagar, Maharashi Dabindranath Tagore, and Dayanand Saraswati were some of the great social leaders of that time, and they also spoke about the social evils like practice of child marriages, sati, and the caste system, and they also encouraged to educate the women also. So these changes have came in the society, students. So about we will stop till here, and continuation will be done in the next video. Practice the hard work. Thank you.